Hello, everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're doing great. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for your subscription. My name is Sophie, and I am your friendly tarot reader. Hi, Sully. Oh my God, girl, I was thinking about you. I don't know. I believe it was yesterday. It was either yesterday or the day before. I was just like, I haven't seen Sully in a while. I hope you're doing well, hun. And thank you so much. Yeah, I'm serious. I was like, I haven't seen Sully in a while. And we just received a donation from Priyanka. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for your donate. Hey girl, let me go ahead and get this started. Priyanka, um, oh, sorry. Yeah, could you please go ahead and post your question, huh? I don't know if I might have already asked that. Sorry, I'm still getting everything started here. All right, we have Miss Priyanka. And today I am using the Black Cat Tarot deck. How many decks do I have at this point? I have 32 decks at this point in my collection. This is another beloved one, the Black Cat Tarot deck, as y'all know. I love me some black kitties. Anything that you need to know. All right, Priyanka, and what's your sign again? Pisces, is it? Or Cancer? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any general message she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any general messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka, Gemini, okay, with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any non-message she needs to hear this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any non-message she needs to hear this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any non-message she needs to hear this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any non-messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any non-messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Priyanka with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. You sent Cashapp. I haven't received it. Let me just double check. Where did you, maybe you might have sent it to the wrong one. Let me double check. Yes, I'm so sorry, Sully. I'm having an issue. I actually that's the wrong Cash App. I can't accept from that Cash App anymore. So I'm going to refund that to you, and I'm going to give you. I'm declining the payment here. So I don't even have to refund it. And if you could please send it to this cash. This is the Cash App that I use now, hun. So yeah, so I just I didn't accept the payment, so it didn't go through. So if you could just send it to that Cash App, Sophie Halton, then that would be fantastic. Thank you so much, Silly. I'm sorry about that. Cash App's been a little difficult lately. It's been a thing. No, you're all good. You're all good, hun. Okay, we have the Fool reversed, Ten of Swords, Justice, Nine of Wands reversed, the Chariot reversed, and sorry, these cards don't have the actual names on them. Temperance reversed, sorry about that, and Page of Swords reversed. Okay. Some kind of heavy energies here, Priyanka. And sometimes that's just how our spirit guides are when we ask them, you know, what do I need to hear? They'll tell us what we need to hear, and sometimes it's the truth can be hard to digest, or hard to take, and I hope it's not the case here. But starting with with the Fool reverse, the Fool is the first card in the entire deck. It's the first card of the Major Arcana, and it's especially when I get a message from one spirit guide with this, like either Page of Wands reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, or the Fool reversed. It's saying that your energies and your mental energies, your physical energies, your emotional energies, possibly even your financial energies, are not going in the right direction at this time. You're focusing on things that I don't want to say they're not important, but they're saying that what you're focusing on now is actually shouldn't be a priority in your life. There's other things that should be considered a priority in your life at this time. And a big message I get when I ask for general messages from one's spirit guides, they always tell me, even though I don't ask, what they always add is if someone's on the right path or not. Let them know if they're on the right path. Even if it's not working out right now, it will. Let them know they're on the right path, and it will continue. Things will get better. This is one of those cases where they're saying that you're not on the right path. They're saying that you need to redirect yourself. The Fool reversed, the Chariot reversed. The direction in which you're moving your energies is it's not being put in the right place. And I don't know where those energies are. I think that's something personal for you, that you probably know better than me. But I mean, if I was getting this message, okay, I'll back it up. What I recommend with these two cards is to reflect on what you do focus on where the majority of your energies are being devoted to or being sent to, and whatever you're focusing on the most right now, Spirit is saying there's other things that you should be focusing on at this time. Ten of Swords is very heavy energy. Ten of Swords is something coming to a close. But it represents endings, but it also represents fear. And I feel, especially with the art on this card, we have a cat going outside or going into a door, but it's clearly marked exit in different languages. It's time to move your energy. Very much in tune with this. It's time to close one door and open another at this time. There's something that you're devoting a lot of your energies to that's just not serving you, and it's not balanced. Temperance reversed. Yeah, I don't know if it's a person, I don't know if it's a job, I don't know if it's school, but they're saying that there's better opportunities for you out there than what you're focusing on, or better people. I don't know if it's a person or an opportunity. It could be both. But they're saying that the energies that you're putting in, it's not an equal, you're not getting a return on your investment. It's what you get out, what you put in, you're not getting out. Which isn't just, which isn't fair. But it's in your hands 100%. I think with some reflection on what you are focusing on at this time, and really really meditating on how it whatever you are really focusing on right now, whether it is serving you in the way that you need it to be. Looking at, I would examine your life and look at the aspects of it that are not satisfying you, or that aren't serving you really. that are leaving you feeling empty in some way, or feeling neglected, or feeling like you're not getting a return. Um, and I don't know if you're feeling that way, please correct me if I'm wrong, but when anyone is putting time and effort into something and not feeling like they're getting a return, it can lead to a kind of vicious, I don't want to say cycle, but yeah, a little bit of a vicious cycle where it just continues, and unless one like actually like stops, and really tries to redirect their thoughts. And I see that here with this Page of Swords reversed. It's like the things that are on your mind, the things that you are trying to glean information about, the things that you are trying to attain. And I keep on saying things, but it could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be an entity, like a corporation or a job. I'm not sure what it is, and you don't have to tell me. But they're saying that what, like, the mental energy that you are in, that you're putting out into the world is not in the right direction with this being reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. This is where boundary drawing comes in. Because the Nine of Wands reversed is very similar in meaning too. True, and putting too much into went wrong in my relationship. I'm really sorry about that, Priyanka, and that's really wild that you just typed that, though, because I was just going to say that when we're talking, if this is in a romantic context, which now you told me it may be, the Nine of Wands reversed is about one person putting in all the work and not getting a return, an uneven balance. And I see that here, Temperance reversed. I see that here with the Nine of Wands reversed. It's you're not getting a return on what you put in. And I saved the best for last, though. These were all very heavy cards, but we do have this wonderful Justice card right here in the center. You like I said earlier, this is 100% entirely in your hands. You have, and thank you, Sully, I just got your donation, have ended, and I'm trying to move on, but it keeps coming back. Yeah, that's that boundary drawing, and that's where it gets tricky too. I don't know if he calls you or texts you or what, but the best way, and I think the only way to truly get over someone is to just not have them in your life, at least at the beginning of the breakup. I've maintained friendships with exes in the past. I'm still friends with some of my exes, but we weren't able to be friends right after we broke up. We had to wait and heal before we were able to have that friendship, that platonic friendship again. And I'm trying, yeah, when I think it's done, when I think it's done, he pops up. Yeah. Been there, girl. I've been there. I know exactly what you're talking about. But with that, like, I've been in those predicaments before, and he cheated, so no chance. Yeah. Do you answer the phone? Do you talk to him still? Because if he's reaching out to you and he's trying to communicate with you and you're wanting to move on, I would consider just not talking to him. He doesn't call you or he doesn't reach out, but you said he pops up. What do you mean? Do you mean like in your mind? He pops up in your mind, or like in your life? Oh, you don't answer. Good girl. Smart girl, Priyanka. Yeah, that's smart. Because if you answer, you're just going to get drawn in, and like you said, he cheated. So, that's a no-no. That's a deal breaker. That's a total deal breaker. And right on for drawing those boundaries, Priyanka. The tough part is maintaining those boundaries, which it sounds like you're doing. Sounds like you've not only set the boundaries, but you're also maintaining them and abiding by them, because it's for your best good. I avoid, but he keeps telling me he made a mistake and wants to make amends. Of course he does. But he's violated your trust. And I'm not saying that nobody can change. It was a long relationship, so that's why I get confused. Yeah, I hear you, love. That's heavy. I'm not saying that because there is that saying, once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't like that. People can make mistakes and can atone and change their ways. Just like, people say once an addict, always an addict about someone. That's not true. People can get clean and change their ways. I don't know why he cheated. I don't know what the nature of it was. I don't know if it was just a one-time thing or if it was an emotional cheating as well. But I know I'd have a very hard time moving forward and trusting him. And I don't know. It's one thing to make amends and to apologize for the sake of just knowing that one did wrong and knowing that they should. And it's another to apologize just to get someone back into your life, which I think he's trying to do. And if I felt that he was good for you, I'd say, maybe give this guy another shot. But I'm getting, from your guides, I'm just not getting good energy. It was a long relationship, so that's what. But from reading, I get it that all efforts are mine. Yeah. And I've had to do that in the past too. Like I think everyone should do that all the time if you're dating. Really, like it's not. I mean, and don't. It's not like a tit for tat thing, like keeping tabs and ledgers. Like, well, I did this for him, and he didn't do this. It's not about that. It's about just observing. Like, how often do I call them? As opposed to how often do they call me? How long do I want to speak to them? Or how long do I want to spend with them, and how much my time and energy do I give to them, and how much are they giving to me? And it doesn't have to be 100% 50-50 because people give in different ways and different amounts, but it does have to be balanced, and it sounds imbalanced. That Nine of Wands reversed is very imbalanced. But you're healing day by day, and the longer you're able to maintain distance from him, the faster the faster you will heal, and you can move on. But yeah, a lot of food for thought there, Priyanka. A lot for you to meditate on and think about if you haven't already. And I'll just conclude that with, you deserve the very best. You really do. And don't settle for anything less. Right on for keeping those boundaries. It's really good of you. Thank you, Priyanka. Much love and light to you. Miss Sully, thank you so much, Sully, for your donation and for being so flex. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, you're so welcome, Priyanka. Thank you. Sully, please come to the chat. It is your turn. Thank you, honey. Just looking for general messages or anything Spirit wants to say. Okay, Sully. And Sully, my rates went up at the beginning of the year. It's now $21.21 for an expanded reading. And you donated $17.17. So we can either do a 12 card reading, or if you wanted to do a 15, the difference would be $4.04. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. How much? Full card, 10 cards. Well, you donated $17.17, which used to be, that was the old rate for 15 cards. For 10 cards, it's now $14.14. Yeah. I think you were just probably remembering the old amounts or whatever the case. It's all good regardless. But so yeah, for 10 cards it's $14.14. And you donated $17.17, so we could do 12. But if you wanted 15, it would be another $4.04 if you want to do that. Thank you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Thank you so much, Sully. Thank you, love. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Sully with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Thank you. Is this king or queen? Sorry, Sully, give me 1 second here. This deck doesn't say the names of the cards, so I need to look something up really, really quick. So sorry, hon. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, that is queen, I believe. Yes. Okay. Sorry about that, Sully. We have Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, Six of Wands, Two of Wands reversed, Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Ten of Swords reversed, Three of Wands reversed, Three of Swords, the Star reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles reversed, and Seven of Cups reversed. All right, hun. So you're still hairstyling right now, right, girl? You're still a hairstylist. You still have your salon. Oh my God! By the way, girly pop, I am getting I'm getting like a transformational haircut. My hair is so long. I just wanted a trim, but I think I want curtain bangs and more. I'm not gonna go too short though. But if you lived closer, I'd go to you, girl. So you're still doing that, okay? And that I'm seeing. How I hope you're feeling good about that, because it says that you're on the right path in your career. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and you've got an excellent spirit is saying that you've got a really good balance, a really good work-life balance. Queen of Pentacles is already a very she to me always represents someone when she's reversed, it represents someone who's burnt out. But when she's upright, it's someone who's has a really good concept of how to balance work and pleasure. However, we do have this star reversed card underneath that I cannot ignore, which is saying that while you do have a good work-life balance, sometimes the I'm grateful, just feeling a bit stagnant. Okay, yeah. Yeah, star reversed isn't so much a feeling of stagnation as it can be a feeling of hopelessness, which I don't think that you feel at all towards your job. What I feel this represents more is while you and please correct me if I'm wrong, but while you have a good work-life balance and you do have time to yourself and and you make good money and you're independent and you're stable, sometimes you feel like I don't know how many, like if you hang out with a lot of people, if you share your energies with a lot of folks, but the star reverse is I don't want to say you're lonely, that's not what I'm saying, but what I'm getting from spirit is that they'd like to see you like like you within a community of some type, of like-minded people, sharing your light with others and them in turn sharing their light with you, finding like a hobby or an outlet, which is interesting, girl, because I've been seeing this in a lot of readings, and I also got a similar message from me in a reading I got not too long ago from another reader. And it can be sometimes a challenge to find those depending on where you live, and what your interests are, but they definitely are out there. Yeah, something about like finding like an extracurricular, like a hobby or an interest or a hobby or interest that you already have, and getting deeper into it. I do feel isolated. I miss having community. Yeah, and it's a big issue. It's a big issue in our society, in this time. If this was 30 years ago, I doubt I'd be saying this to you. Well, we also wouldn't have this set up, but I doubt this would be like it is like this comes up in so many people's readings, like I said, including some of my own, a lot of my own. It's like this lack of community, and but they are out there, and I've been trying really hard, like going on like meetup.com and like trying to find like-minded folks. I don't know if you're an artist or anything like that, but something like maybe like a drawing group or a painting group or something, or a group that if you like wine or food, like that like tastes, stuff that like you can go out restaurants, stuff like that. Just finding like-minded people with like-minded interests. That would help foster that sense of community and eradicate that feeling of loneliness, and people would take to you so quickly. You have so much light to shine, and you're so lovely. I don't think it would be difficult for you to find a place, and that you felt that you fit in. King of Wands, Six of Pentacles reversed, and Seven of Swords reversed. This feels like it's about a man. What's your love life like right now, Tiger? What's going on? Have you been dating someone new, or just just single? Or because the King of Wands, this is definitely masculine energy. This is a masculine figure, but we have some dicey energy following it, non-existent. Okay, that's all good. Single Pringle, all good. Yeah, all good. Six of Pentacles reversed and Seven of Swords reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed is not getting a return on what you put into something. So I don't know who this figure is. If you're not seeing anyone right now, and you don't have like a male boss or anything, Could be a friend, could be a family member, actually, where it feels like it has to do with money. Still healing, but feeling like I missed out. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, from that, I remember from that guy. Yeah, yeah. Um, and okay, now I'm rewinding. I feel like this King of Wands energy is more you, hun. And because looking at this Seven of Swords reverse and knowing what he did to you, he Seven of Swords you. You know, Seven of Swords is lies, manipulation, betrayal, cheating, deceit, dishonesty. However, it's in its reversed form. It's something that you no longer have to worry about. You no longer have to deal with someone doing dirty deeds behind your back who you should be able to trust. But at the same time, Spirit also doesn't want you to be scared about finding love when you're ready, when you're fully healed. And that's also part of this Star reverse and the Six of Pentacles reverse. The Star reverse is all about healing, and I think that finding community will be instrumental to that healing. Only we can heal ourselves, but other people, we do need other people's support for sure. And I think you could definitely find that and eradicate these feelings of like isolation or loneliness. And yeah, and it doesn't have to be about dating either. It could be just about going out there and meeting new people, you know, because if you're still healing, it's important to make sure you feel ready and healed before you start dating. Six of Wands, 10 of Swords reversed, and 4 of Swords. Yeah, Spirit is saying, like, you've definitely made the right decision. You didn't miss out on anything. I know you said you feel like you missed out, but Spirit's saying that you did not. You dodged a bullet there, and they really want to commend you for maintaining your boundaries and not going forward with him because it just wasn't the one, wasn't good for you. And they see that you are processing this ending, the Ten of Swords reversed, and you are slowly but surely developing more feelings of peace, closure, healing. And Four of Swords is all about it's all about meditation. It's all about taking a step back and analyzing the situation at hand, analyzing your situation, analyzing the person, analyzing whatever the case may be, and not through rose-tinted lenses, you know, looking at it at what happened and how things were in a very realistic light. I know that a lot of, and I'm not speaking for you, but I know when I was younger, when I'd go through a breakup, all of a sudden, all I could remember would be all the good times, even though like bad times were like consistent leading up to the breakup. And then after I'd healed, all I could remember would be the bad stuff. So I think it's, and that kind of makes me sad because it's like, you know, my exes weren't all terrible. But the reason why I'm saying this is because I think it's a testament to how my method of healing in that way wasn't really ideal. I wasn't looking at the big picture. My best friend was really good at reeling me back in because we had both just been dumped at the same time, and we're both going through it. And she would do the same things I would, and I'd pull her out of it, and then I would end up doing the same thing. She'd pull me out of it. Like looking at the big picture and remembering that things, you know, things really weren't ideal and they likely wouldn't have gotten better. Two of Wands reversed, Three of Wands reversed. I always see the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands next to each other in so many different readings. And Ten of Pentacles reversed. Now this is interesting. Yeah, Two of Wands is usually a suggestion to start looking at, to start forming more solidified plans for your future, um, to really start looking ahead and setting things up in a really clear, concise way. Um, Whatever goals that you're still looking to achieve in your life, setting up a path to discovering those is crucial. And what's even more crucial is not rushing things. The future is the future. Time is relative. Spirit just wants you to look and reflect upon some of the things that you want to see happen in your life, and make a list, of the ways in which you can attain and master those things. But and more and also I don't say more importantly, but important to note with this Three of Wands reverse, don't compare your journey, especially the amount of time it takes, to anybody else's. And patience is key. And I think you are quite a patient person. And know that nothing good and worthwhile comes quickly or easily, right? Um, but there's no better time than the present. Um, Little confused with this Ten of Pentacles reversed here. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's why I needed my book. Yeah, okay. Ten of Pentacles reversed can signify that the asker has lost sight of the big picture of their life and what is truly important. They might be hyper-focused on other things, preventing them from seeing the blessings in their future. Comparison is so hard for me. Like, I know I shouldn't, but it's hard not to. Yeah, it's hard for all of us not to, um, to compare our journeys to others. And in one sense, on one hand, we have to, like I was talking to a former tarot reader, and she was saying how she felt badly, or she didn't feel badly, but she felt kind of weird, like, um, observing other tarot channels and implementing some things that they do on their channel. I'm like, no, that's what we have to do. Like, copy. You're not copying. It's like, you're just seeing what's successful people, or what is successful for other people, and implementing that into your life. It's not copying either. But that, I think that's healthy comparison. But when we look at someone, and I mean, I could look at a tarot channel that, say, I started this almost 5 years ago. I'm sure I could find a tarot channel that's only been around for like a year and somehow has like 100,000 K. And I don't know how they did it, but I can try and find out. Slightly just going to be, stroke of luck, or maybe it was something else. But finding out how they found their success would be a positive way of looking at it. Looking at it like, how the heck did they do that? They must have done something sketchy to get there, or why did they get that and not me? This, that, and the other. Like that's where it's comparison can get unhealthy. But I think compare. Well, I guess that isn't comparison. I guess that wouldn't be comparison if it's just like observing other people and their successes. But yeah, it's just not. I think in this context, it's just knowing that your journey is unique to you and you alone. Everyone's journey is, and some people get places faster than others. Some people attain success faster than others. Some people lose all of it. Some people don't. It's all relative. And oftentimes, what we see on the surface of other people's situation is not everything that we're seeing. It's not everything that's actually there. People definitely curate their lives and how they want to present that. Interesting, we have both the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands, Three of Swords, and Seven of Cups reversed. Spirit is saying that in terms, in regards to your healing from your ex, you are 100% on the right path. You're doing the right thing. They acknowledge that there is still some residual disappointment and pain with this Three of Swords here. But they also just want to say with the Seven of Cups reversed that if you please trust and believe. And I hope you believe this. I hope you know it's true that he wouldn't have gotten better. He would have continued behaving the same way. I never got Spirit's blessing from him towards you. They never gave their approval. And they're saying that he just wasn't the one for you. He wasn't one for you. He served as, he was a part of your life for that time. But there is for sure another person out there already. Of course they're already born. They're out there. You have not met them. And when you are ready, when this Three of Wands is flipped and you're back to being fully healed, which you were at one point. I want to say later last year, I remember doing a reading for you and we had Three of Swords reversed, Five of Cups reversed, and Four of Cups reversed. And those are all up in their upright position are really cards of sadness and loss. But when we see them reversed, I'm like, damn girl, I think I remember telling you you have done some major healing. And then he came back into your life and it reversed it. But it's getting back into place. It's getting back into place. I knew he wouldn't have gotten better with me, but I've noticed he's gotten better elsewhere and is engaged now. So it's made me wonder if I was the problem. I'm embarrassed to admit it made me sad. Don't be embarrassed to admit that, love. Don't be embarrassed to admit that. Going back to what I said earlier about comparison and how observing other people, we think that they're living some certain type of way. People curate things. People leave things out. You notice that he's engaged, but you don't know how happy they are. They may look happy on social media, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he ends up doing the same thing to her. I really wouldn't. I think that she has looser boundaries, and that was something that he felt that he could utilize there. So I know that's really hard not to do, Sully, but I can almost guarantee you that it is not all sunshine and rainbows. That there are definitely issues there. If not now, further down the road. But no, Spirit's not saying it was anything you did. They are really focusing on him and how he is not. He's just not in it to win it, and I'm not saying he's a bad man. I have no jurisdiction to call people bad or good people, but his behaviors are not correct, and and Spirit's saying that he has no. He may say that he's planning on changing them or wants to change them, but once he gets bored with this new girl, I just see him going right back to his old ways if he hasn't already. Be very mindful of what you see on the surface with people. I don't, especially if it's on social media, be super mindful because people always want to make it out like they're living their best life, they're as happy as a clam and everything's groovy. But how often is that the case for a lot of people, So I know it was nothing you did, Sully. This guy is just, he's not a good one. Not a bad man, but not good to be in a relationship with. He's not, I wouldn't even call him boyfriend material, let alone husband material. I wouldn't trust that, If someone cheated on me and they were my boyfriend, I'd be like, or my fiance, I'd be like, I can't trust that now. That trust has been broken at that point. Yeah. You're so welcome. You are so very welcome, Sully. Thank you very, very much, sweetheart. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity there. Things are definitely going to look up, And yeah, try and find like some kind of group or something that you can join, where you can connect with others, and not in a romantic sense, just like making new friends, branching out, finding that sense of community that we all need as humans. Yeah. Thank you again, Sully. Okay. So I just popped right on and we just got right on into it. So I'll do my spiel. I can answer any and all questions you guys have, with the exception of medical and or legal questions. I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are indeed interested in, please let me know so I can just double check and make sure that they are indeed, I'm able to communicate with them. They're available to communicate with and able to communicate with me. I also offer past life regression readings. I've been studying past life regression for many, many years. And I started doing past life regression readings about 3-4 years ago. And really, I'd say perfected it very proudly over the past six months or so. During winter break, I really focused on that. I also do soulmate confirmation readings, or just soulmate in general readings, asking spirit if a person in your life, or an animal, doesn't have to be a person, is meant to be with you, is supposed to be with you, is supposed to be on your life's path for whatever reason. I think most animals that are in our lives are supposed to be in our lives. But anyway, and it can be done in a couple of different ways. We can just directly ask spirit if somebody is anyone causing trouble. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, E. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, you're the muscle of the channel. Thank you very, very much. No, everyone's good today. Thank you. Thank you. But thank you for your vigilance. Soulmate confirmation reading. So I can do it in two different ways. I can do it, we can just directly ask spirit gives their blessing regarding someone in your life, if they're supposed to be in your life, if they want them in your life, if they serve a purpose, or if you've had a past life with them and it's part of the whole journey. There's a lot of things with the soulmate reading, and it's quite interesting. It comes up in different ways, or you can just ask it in a more specific way, however you want to. But with that, I don't believe in twin flames, essentially, is what I'm saying. I don't subscribe to that theory. I think it can be toxic, and I'm not going to get on my soapbox about it. I just don't agree with it. But if you do, that's fine. Anyone out there, I know a lot of people do believe in that. But I do believe in soulmates, and so when people do come to me and ask about twin flames, I usually just direct y'all there, because I see it as just a healthier version of that. Also, I offer thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread. Miss Kristen always calls it the OG love reading. But it doesn't have to be about someone that you're romantically inclined towards. I've had people ask this question about like coworkers and bosses and stuff. So family members, animals too. And oh my god, and those are always so sweet. Oh my god, they're always so loving and sweet and beautiful. But yeah, highly recommend. Don't know what happened there. Highly recommend that reading if you essentially want to answer 3 questions in one. Because a lot of people can come to me and say, what are so-and-so's thoughts about me? What are so-and-so's feelings about me? What are so-and-so's intentions? We can just do it in one reading. And like all other, I don't know if all other tarot readers offer this, but I do offer private readings. I offer them by appointment. They're one-on-one, just me and you over Zoom. I recommend them to everyone. They're very thorough and just get to the bottom of things. But I also just like really highly recommend them for anyone who's having a more complex ongoing issue that may require more context or backstory, more cards, more questions to be answered. And there's no limit. There's no limit. We can go for as long as you need. And that's by appointment only. Also, it's good in the realm of discretion. If you don't want your business being discussed on this channel, that's another way of doing it. I also offer private readings that are not one-on-one, but are offline, and they're no additional donation amount. I do them over Instagram DMs, or I type them over email. But yeah, if anyone is interested in a Zoom appointment reading, please shoot me an email, which I have a few I need to check right now, actually. Or faster way to get to me is just send me a DM on my Instagram, of which everyone should go follow. Not like it. Why would I even say that? I was gonna say not like it's the most exciting Instagram in the world, but we're gonna make it more exciting. I have difficulty coming up with ideas for content for that channel, so if anyone has any ideas, that'd be great, because I need to spruce it up a bit. But yeah, so that is my spiel. So the queue is currently open. If you have a question that you would like answered, whoever donates next will be first. Which one did you recommend for the pet reading? The thoughts, feelings, and intentions spread. I think we've done that for you, Sully. Not for a pet, but for a person. Maybe we haven't. But yeah, it doesn't cost anything extra. It's just their thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions. And then their general energies and your general energies. Thank you so much, Sully, for your donation, hon. So you wanted to do a pet reading? Love doing readings for animals. Yeah, I didn't even know you had a pet, hon. Do you have a doggo or a kitty? You have 2 cats, a girl named Chloe and a boy named Milo. Oh, how cute! I have 2 kitties too. 2 little black cats, Andre and Henri. Oh, how cute. What color are they? Do I have Microsoft Teams? I've never even heard of Microsoft Teams. I don't know what that is. No, I use Zoom only. Or if people don't want to use Zoom, sometimes we just talk on the phone. They're tabby cats. Aw, how cute. Brother and sister, that's so cute when they're siblings. Yeah, Andre and Henri, they're brothers. Le petit frères, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. All cats are so cute. All animals are so cute. Well, that's adorable. Funny question too. Do you know their birthdays? Henri is a little Leo with lots of hair, and he looks like a lion too. And Andre is 100% a Gemini. He's got a lot on his mind. He's constantly buzzing around, focused, taking care, watching over everything. Eyes always darting around. He's so cute. He's my little protector. He is so sweet. He's also the more lean, like, he's the one that looks like the Caltier Panther. He's very, very, very handsome boy. And my brother adopted them from Aww, but we lost the paperwork. That's all good. That's all good. I mean, honestly, it's just conjecture really with me too, and those guys. We didn't actually get the dates that they were born, but we know around the time they were born, and I know astrology, so I would be so hard pressed to believe that they weren't. My mom's calico is a crazy. She's a crazy calico, and she's definitely like one of the real. You're a Sagittarius, right? She's a very sassy Sagittarius calico. Can you only imagine? Fiery little thing. And she's getting older too, but she's still just as sassy. Always been sassy since day one. So cute. You're Cancer. Okay. I don't know why I've linked on that. I think I mixed you up with a Sagittarius a lot. I think I've thought you were a Sagittarius in the past too. Very strange. Sorry about that. You're a Cancer. Never mind. All right, hun. So did you want to do a reading for Milo and a reading for Chloe? Two separate ones? You have a Sag moon. Okay. Well, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking about our moon signs when I was driving home today. I'm a Gemini moon. Because our moon sign is, supposedly how people see us, how we present ourselves to people. Have I been mistaken for being a Gemini? Yes, I have, actually. Yes, I have. Is that a good thing? I don't know. A lot of people are scared of Geminis. Geminis get a bad rap. Pisces get a bad rap. Scorpios get a bad rap. Aquarius, not so much. We've got a great rap. Yeah, let's do that. All right, let's start with little Chloe. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Chloe's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? 9 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands reversed, and the Lovers reversed. Interesting. How old is Chloe? Is she a little older? Is she rambunctious? What is it? Okay, and because I'm gonna read your current energies first. We've got the 9 of Swords. Are your energies right now towards her? 9 of Swords is anxiety and fear and insomnia. Are you worried about her? I was straight up just gonna ask why are you worried about her? And if you are, I guess you don't have to tell me, but is she okay? I believe so. We got them around 2015. They were close to a year old. Okay, so she's about 10 or so now. So she's not, cats live quite long. I mean, my mom's cat's like 18 now or something. She's doing great. Um, but I guess in cat years, that would be like, they're probably like in their 60s, or sorry, in human years. Um, no, other way around, sorry. But yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. She's a fluffy, lazy girl, but I wonder if she has health issues. Okay, that's what and I can't, I can't say that, I can't discuss health issues or legal stuff, but I did pick up on that you might be worried about something going on with her. Like you love her to death, she's the cutest thing in the world, fluffy, lazy, cute. Um, but yeah. Have you taken her to the vet at all, or like is it something specific? Her general energies, we have the Lovers reversed, which is kind of confusing me. I want a little clarity on that. Never seen that with an animal. Um, yeah, she's feeling some kind of I don't know if some dynamic has changed within your household. I think you told me that you live alone. Like you have your own place. Not recently, she just has a hard time keeping food down sometimes, but she also gets hairballs a lot. Okay. Um, yeah, she's not, and this has nothing to do with you. These are just like her current energies right now. You live with family, actually. Okay. Has there been any change in the living situation by any chance? Because her general energies, I feel she feels that this is temporary, but I think she feels like she either got more attention from you in the past, or she may have gotten more attention from your family members in the past, and she's not feeling it as much lately. Um, aw. And I know it's nothing personal with her, but she doesn't, and maybe that's not even the case. I don't know, but the environment is not great. Okay, yeah, because the direct. I mean, there's a lot of meanings for every card, but with the energy that I'm seeing is the word I keep on seeing in my mind is disharmony. Um, yeah, and nothing to do with you. It's the environment itself. Um, and let's get into her thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards you. Intentions can be a little tricky with animals, but her thoughts towards you. We have the Knight of Pentacles. You take care. You are the most reliable person in her life. You're her mommy, and she has no doubt that she can rely on you all the time. She'll never have to want of anything. She's always well fed. Like you said, she's a fluffy, lazy girl. And she knows that you. Hey, Shabbat Shalom, girl. How are you, honey? Good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Everything good. I mean, in as much as it can be right now. So yeah, she knows that she'll never have to. She never worries about. She never worries about any lack of anything in her life. Especially not food, support, stability. Um, she knows that you've got her back. Oh my God, speaking of Shabbat Shalom, I should be at temple right now, but I'm not. Bad girl. Also, my Magen Star necklace broke, so broke like 2 weeks ago, so I need to buy another one. But this is my backup Magen. This one's kind of cool. Let me show you real quick. Okay. It has like the universe in it. Let me try and show you. It's just, now I'm just showing my torso and I don't want to do that. But yeah, it's basically got the universe on it. It's pretty cool. It's by an artist in LA. Okay, so this is what I'm loving. Her feelings towards you. We have the Ace of Wands. You are her everything. You were the beginning. You were there for her from the very beginning. You will be with her to the end. Yeah, the Ace of Wands is the first card in the Minor Arcana. Also, I don't know if you've watched those TikToks where people say to their animals like, "Hey, you're adopted," and they half the time the animals will like, "No," they'll be like, "What?" It's really funny. She Yeah, she's the kind of cat where if you were to, and if she understands the word adoptive, you'd be like, "Hey, girl, if you were actually adopted," she'd be like, "What? You're not my mom?" Like, she really thinks that you're actually her birth mom. Like, so that's cute. And then I mentioned, sorry, I need to get my jacket. I need chilly. I mentioned that when it comes to intentions, things can be a little bit more difficult to pinpoint, because I don't want to say animals don't have intentions towards people, but their intentions are really, wake up, play, look at the birds, eat, snuggle, cuddles, bed, wake up, food. They just kind of exist. They just are. They're cats. They just are. They're cats. They're there and they do their own thing. And this Nine of Wands reversed is like she's very comfortable being the lazy fluffy kitty. She knows that you are going to that you will allow her to be that lazy fluffy kitty, which gives me an idea that she knows that she's got it good. 'Cause some animals really don't know that they're pampered and that there's like, less fortunate babies out there. She knows, especially if she's from a, I was gonna say, especially if she's from a shelter. My mom's cat, who's from a shelter, has no idea, but I feel like your cat does. She saw that there were some cats that definitely weren't loved or treated right, neglected in small ways because they're at a shelter, and you saved her, you rescued her, and she no longer will ever have to fight for herself. She definitely acts like a princess. Yeah, I think she thinks she is a bit of a princess, and we love that. But with that, she actually sees you as her queen, which is more of a dog kind of energy. Like, there's this joke I love. It's a comic strip, and there's a lady, and she goes down to feed her cat, and the thought bubble in the cat's head is, "Oh my gosh, this lady feeds me every day. She loves me. I must be a god." And then she feeds her dog, and he's like, "Oh my god, this lady loves me and feeds me every day. She must be a god." So her seeing you as the queen, as like higher up than you, is not common with cats. But you guys clearly have a special bond. I just hope the environment isn't stressing her. Yeah, I hope so too. Because animals are just so sensitive to that, because they're navigating two worlds, really. They're navigating the human world that we have placed them in, and they're navigating their own world of being a cat or a dog. So they're very sensitive to stressors and environments. Hopefully she can acclimate, and things will just get better there. Yeah, definitely something to take into consideration. Okay, Milo. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Milo's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Sully? The Hanged Man reversed. King of Pentacles. Strength reversed. Sorry. One sec. This deck. The World. And Page of Swords reversed. Interesting. Okay. I need some clarity here. So the Hangman reverse, with being your general energies solely, the Hangman reversed, I mean, there's really no two ways around it. I'm trying to find different definitions, but I guess this does make sense if you've had Milo for about 10 years now. There haven't been there haven't been a huge amount of changes. He's kind of the same baby that he was 10 years ago. And a lot of cats are like that. I mean, my cat will always be my baby, but I will say, like, with Henri, especially Henri, he's in like his third era right now. First he was little baby, then he was grouchy little teenager, and now he's like a pretty well-rounded young man. He's really changing and growing in a way that I haven't observed other cats really kind of coming into their own like that. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this could just very well be an energy of like, he'll always be your baby, you know. Always be my baby. He will always linger on and be your baby. Forever babies. His general energies, and this is not towards you, hun, but he's got some wonkety general energies as well with this Page of Swords reversed. He's not the happiest Kit Kat in the world, and it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I think this has to do with the environment. That's true. He still gives teenager vibes. Yeah. Chloe is like an old lady. Yes, yeah. Chloe sounds like my mom's cat Tallulah. Like, just, yeah, pampered, cute, lazy, fluffy, sleepy, hungry. Not hungry, but can definitely eat. But this Page of Swords does concern me. This Page of Swords reversed. He's just not the happiest kitty cat right now. And I think this is very, especially if he's Chloe's brother, they're going to be mirroring some energies. And it's not about you. It's got to be about the disharmony in the environment. It's affecting him as well. His thoughts towards you, though. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Mama! The traditional artwork, the Queen of Pentacles, I always tell people, every queen, all four of the queens are mothers. The Empress is a mother card too. But out of the four queens, the Queen of Pentacles is the one that is often seen as like most motherly, maternal, very much a mother figure, but not just a mother figure. You're a provider. You provide her with everything that she needs. Like, I read for a friend regarding their animal, and he got the King of Pentacles, and you've got the Queen of Pentacles. I see this happen a lot. It's like, yeah, you're that animal's dog, or that dog's father. You're this cat's mother. Not only just their mother, but because it's in the pentacular arcana, you're also the provider. You also make sure, just like that Knight of Pentacles, you always make sure that they're warm, fed, healthy, as happy as you can make them be. He sleeps with me almost every night, or I'll come home and he's in my bed. Oh, that sounds like Andre. I often just like I'll be like working all night on here, and I'll go upstairs to my room, and he's just like right in the center of the bed, and he'll leave the next morning. We have little slumber parties. He's so cutish. He's my little protector. His feelings right now, I'm a little concerned with his feelings. We have strength reversed. I don't know if you've been like working a whole lot and maybe he feels like he wants more time with you. But he's not feeling as happy or normal as he used to. I don't want to say that he doesn't feel loved, because he does feel loved. But he does feel that there's been a shift in energies somewhat recently. Maybe not somewhat recently, but at least a shift in energies from how things were at the beginning. There has been a shift, and he does sense it and feel that. Intentions, we have the world. He intends on nothing but being there for you till the end, till the very end. Maybe because I've been working a lot. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like if you have had to work extra hours and you're not there quite as often as you used to be in the past, I do think that he's feeling that. But when I think about the animal readings that I've done in the past, when I do see complaints or like like an animal that's not completely satisfied, it's never that they're mad at their owner. It's usually they don't like their food, which I'm not seeing here. He's happy with his food. Or they feel like they want more attention. I actually got a reading on my dog, rest in peace. She passed away in December. I got a reading on how she felt about me, and she was very frustrated. She was very frustrated because I used to take her out more, and I wasn't taking her out as much, and she noticed it. And and then I started noticing when I'd go out for my nightly walks, she would kind of look pissed. So I started, bringing her out there with me again. But it's usually they just want, if they're feeling dissatisfied in some way, most of the time it's just they want more from you, more energy, more time, more emotions, more cuddle time. Sometimes it's food. Sometimes they're physically not feeling well, but I can't say that. And I don't see that here, but that's something for a vet to determine, no one else but that. But emotionally, he is feeling a little stressed, not super happy, and it's directly correlated to environment, I feel. But and I think a little bit there's something to be said there about him and his sister having somewhat similar general energies there to the same what's the word I'm looking for? Holy crap. Stressor, trigger, component, stimuli, I don't know. Yeah. But overall, girl, he loves you. He sees you as his mama. I love how we see the Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, those Knight of Pentacles. It's like, not only are you my mama, but like with that, you provide me with everything that I'll ever need, everything that I'll ever want. Yeah. So, and there's nothing you can do about, if you have to work more, you've got to work more because, he's got to eat his cat food too. Thank you, that was cute. I might have to give them more attention. I mean, only, if you have, now that you know and you're at home, maybe, yeah, like give them an extra kiss, an extra cuddle, but because if you have to work, you have to work, and if there's any way to maybe separate them a little bit more from whatever's not harmonious in their environment, that might be helpful too. But I know there's also only so much that can be done with that because they're cats, and they like to roam, and the whole world is there. So, yeah, I really hope that improves for all of you. But yeah, you are a good kitty mommy, girl. You are a good kitty mommy. And it's so funny that we're using one of my cat decks today. I have 3 different cat decks. So that was an interesting coincidence there. But thank you so much, Sully. I really appreciate you, hun. That was really sweet. I always love reading about people's animals. All right. Okay. So it looks like we are all through with the queue. So the donation list is currently wide open. If you have a question you would like me to read for you tonight, please let me know. Send in your donation and I would love to read for you. And you will be next. Hey girl, hey. Yes, I was thinking, wow, 5:38. Woo! Oh my goodness, but I was gonna say, but I wish I was in Tel Aviv right now, but I guess not. If this was last year, girl, I'd be there on the beach. Oof. Oh my god, all those I swear, the guys. I would go down. Last time I went to Tel Aviv, I would just go down to the beach and just look at the hotties. I don't do that. I'm not that kind of a girl. I'm really not. I'm not boy crazy or anything. I've definitely got a type. I guess that's it. I guess it's Israeli Beach Boys. Wow. Oh my god, those IDF boys. Whew! They were cuties. I almost felt lecherous watching them like play volleyball and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh well, I don't care. But yeah, no, how you doing, hun? How is everything? I do my best to, I think I told you I've been on like Shabbat from the news. as per my rabbi's request, since, January, since Big Orange Monster came into town, I'm fed of them. It sounds, I was gonna say, you might be tired of them. Yeah, I get it. I mean, there's plenty of them living here in San Francisco too. A lot of them work in tech, and I've dated a couple Israeli guys. They can be scoundrels. I think it's because they know they're just so like they know. At least the two Israeli guys I dated were kind of scoundrelly, but no, one was really sweet. He was really sweet. We just kind of didn't jive. But the other one, he was a bit of a scoundrel. Planned a whole date with him and everything, organized it and everything. And I got ready. I'm about to leave my house and go to the city. And I get a call from him and he's just like, I think I don't want to go on this date. I think we're looking for two different things. I'm like, and I wasn't hurt because I hadn't gotten into him yet. I hadn't even met him. But I was pissed because, like, that is so much of my time and effort, like, getting dolled up, planning a date, like, but yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Any guy can do that. He can be from any country and any culture and be like that to a woman. But at the same time, I mean, if he was looking for something different, then it was best that he told me that instead of, leading me on and going on a date with me and telling me that he wanted what I wanted, which is something serious. You know what I mean? So I was kind of happy that he had nipped it in the bud that fast. Like, okay, if you're looking for something that I'm not looking to give to you, then that's great because I don't want to waste my time. But it was just the time that was wasted getting ready. It was just like, please. But yeah, now any guy from anywhere can do that. They can just be scoundrels. But how are you, hun? Are you you still doing the I think you said you were going down to the bomb shelters, like what are bunkers, bomb shelters, like in like every few hours or something, like in rotations, or how is it working right now? Oh shit, where did it go? But in general, we're still looking at our wounds. It is officially? Oh, thank God. Maybe I should read the news. I'm always just so scared, but that what you just typed, I just felt such, relief. Yeah, no, look, yeah, I understand. Yeah, now it's time to heal. Wait, when? How long ago? Wow, I really just keep my head in the sand. It's bad. I used to be a news junkie and I wasn't good at moderation. It was dangerous to their missiles, though their missiles were crazy big. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I have a friend who's a photographer and he's working on a book all about Israel, and I think it's simply titled either Strength or Resilience, but it's just all about the Israeli people and how effing strong you really are. I'm doing the right thing by tuning out. Yeah. It's, because I hear it from friends. I hear it from people around me. I hear it at work, If something's really, really, when I think it was about a month ago when the airstrikes happened and you guys had to go into the shelters. A friend of mine called me because he knows that I don't watch the news a lot. He's like, you might want to see the news. It's like, why? He's like, you just might want to. So I did, because I did have to be aware of that. And I knew people would be talking about it anyway around me. So yeah, I get the news. It's filtered through other people, but then, you know, I always look at up my own sources after that. But yeah, no, it's not fun to watch or anything like that or listen to. Do you have any plans, any vacation plans this summer? Or are there like restrictions there? There shouldn't be restrictions for you leaving as an Israeli, right? I mean, I had friends, well, that was about a month ago, that were coming and going. I know I don't think I can go now. Not now for, yeah, yeah. Staycation. There's so many beautiful things in your country. It's fine. You don't plan, yeah, yeah. A little dicey, a little dicey. Um, yeah, no, I think there's only, so I would take the direct flight to Tel Aviv on United, and yeah, you have to go through so much security, as you know. But they canceled that flight. I don't think I don't think United flies directly there anymore. No, you can't. No, we can travel there. A friend of mine actually did quite recently. Um, but yeah, we used to be able to just fly from San Francisco directly there, but they canceled that flight. Now we have to fly down to LA and then schlep over to Israel. So, which isn't so much worse, but it's kind of a pain. I liked that direct flight a lot. I mean, it's like 14, 15 hours. Yeah, I do not like layovers. But yeah, no, we're allowed to travel there. I'm sure. Um, just not a lot of people doing so. But yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of, I'm sure, people that go for work and stuff too. Yeah, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, I was there in the wintertime last time. I need to go in the summer and soak up the sun and go to the beach. That'd be so nice. Um, do you ever watch Conan O'Brien, Abe? Or do you know who he is? Yeah, yeah, he's a talk show host here. I don't think he has his, yeah, the Late Show. Yeah, he used to, I don't think he has the show anymore. Now he has a new show because for years he's just so freaking funny and charismatic, and he would go traveling to different places in the world. And this was, I want to say, maybe 7 years ago. I highly recommend that you watch it. It's on YouTube. He visited Tel Aviv and Gaza and everywhere, everything around Jerusalem, and just, you know, was silly with, you know, the people there, and it's hilarious and really good. Just the way he speaks to people. I mean, he's very intelligent, Harvard guy. Um, the way he speaks to people is just, he can connect with anyone, and has really, really, like, I just like the way he thinks and stuff. It has been recommended to me on YouTube for a while. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. I highly recommend it. He's done a lot. He like went to Cuba. He's been to a ton of different places, but that's my favorite one. And there was one quote. He was just like, okay, and now he was on Rothschild, and he was like, okay, and now we are going to interview ridiculously, insanely handsome Israeli man number 26,305. Like, I'm like, he's like, how are you guys so attractive? Like, this country is like the most beautiful people in the world. And he was saying this to a really good looking couple, and they just high five. He's like, what? Like, yeah. It's so funny. He is the funniest guy. Yeah, and I always said, like, he should just be, a, um, like, a cultural attaché for the U.S. or an ambassador. Um, he's awesome. He's so funny. Yeah, that always, I love watching it. I've seen that episode so many times. Yeah, you'll like it. I think you'll like it. And you'll have, your perspective too. Um, yeah, really funny. Yeah, I usually travel in the summer. Last year I was not here. I was in Paris last year, which was really nice. Um, and but I'm here. I'm here this summer. Ooh, I am going down to LA. Not too far, but I'm going down to LA for about 5 days next week. Um, so that should be fun. Haven't been there in a while. Um, yeah, just it's very cold where I live, so I'd like to see the sun a couple times before summer ends. I know. I do too. I do too. I love the weather much more than up here. I'm in San Francisco. Um, it's so different from San Francisco. There's things I don't like about it. Here's the thing. I love visiting LA, but I don't know if I could live there because I've thought about moving there, but I don't know. I'd have to really consider that. Hopefully I'll visit the US sometime soon. You have family in New York? Nice, nice. Yeah. When was the last time you were here? I love New York. If I were to live anywhere else in this country, it would, like, knee-jerk reaction would be New York. I'd pick New York over LA. Even though the weather's crappier, I just love New York so much. There's so much to do. I just feel like I fit in there. I can make friends, like, so easily. You were a kid. It's been a while, yeah. Yeah, you should come, girl. You should come. Good. Um, I don't know if I ever asked you. You're not in school. Are you in school or are you working? I don't know why I thought you were in school. Uh-oh, someone's car alarm just went off. Oh, you're 29. Okay. Oh, I thought you were a lot younger. I thought you were like 23 or something. Okay. Legit. Awesome. You are exactly 10 years younger than me. I am 39. So most Israelis travel to Thailand or Greece. That makes sense. I really want to go to Thailand. I probably will soon. I have a friend who has a house there that they've offered to let me stay, and it's just like, just gotta get it all together, you know? I've never been to Greece either. I've never been to Thailand. I think I've told you my brother lives in the Middle East. He lives in Istanbul, and him and his girlfriend, they travel to Greece a lot. Sorry, one second. Cat. They travel to Greece a lot. They went to Kenya last year for his birthday. Yeah, lots of cool places that they go to. So I'm assuming you've been to Thailand. I know. I love Turkey. Well, I should say I love Istanbul because I've never been outside of Istanbul. But my brother's lived in, he went to school when he was younger in Ankara. Um, I don't think he's lived in Izmir. Um, and my friend who's doing the book on Israel is currently finishing a book on Eastern Turkey out in Van, which is actually where my brother's Kurdish girlfriend is from. And she lives in Turkey, has lived there her whole life, but she's Kurdish. Um, but yeah, I've never been outside of Istanbul. So cool, such a cool city. Love the cats. You know, I'm a cat lady. Love taking pictures of the cats. Love the food. Oh my God. So beautiful. But it's interesting how one half of it is markedly much more conservative than the other. I forget which side is the like conservative side and which side is like the liberal side. Um, but the liberal side, it was like, I don't want to say it felt like I was in the US, but like, you know, like it felt normal. But like the US is normal. It's not. Normal in the sense that I was treated like I am here. But then on the other side, where it's like more conservative, when I was by myself, no man would even look at me or talk to me. Even I'm not talking about like hitting on me. I'm talking about like I would just be out and about, like at the markets, shopping, whatever, and even the shopkeeper men, if I was looking at something, wouldn't help me, wouldn't talk to me. And I asked my brother, and like, yeah, it's because you're by yourself. Like, especially if they're older, like he introduced me to a friend of his who was an older gentleman. What's the book about? Israel? No, it's two separate books. Well, pretty, yeah, well, I'll get to the book in after this, because let me tell you about the conservative thing. So this wasn't even on the, because my brother lives in Catacoi, which is not conservative, but he introduced me, we went downstairs, and he introduced me to his, I think it's his landlord, and he owns like the, like, little store downstairs. Older gentleman, maybe 60s, and he didn't speak English, but I heard my brother say in Turkish, I think Asinian is the word for sister, and San Francisco. So I knew he told him, this is my sister from San Francisco. She came to visit. And I said, hi, hello, nice to meet you. You know, even though it's, you know, I'm sure he understands what hello means. And he didn't look at me, and he didn't greet me back. And so I'm just like sitting there, and we leave, and I'm like, what was that, Sam? And he was like, oh, yeah, because he asked my brother a question about me. I'm like, what did he ask? And he was like, he asked where your keeper was. He's like, but don't take it wrong. Don't take it wrong. The word is like different. It doesn't mean the same thing in English. I'm like, I think it kind of does, man. He's saying like, where is her husband? Like that. So I guess it's just like, because I mean, if I were 39 in Turkey, I guess it would just be really strange for me to not be married, which I can't find. I don't think that's true, because I know there's lots of single women in Turkey. So that was just a little weird. That was just one instance. But then, yeah, when I went shopping one day, it was kind of nice, to be honest. There was I'll have to say that it was kind of liberating, because, yeah, it's just different cultures, totally. And I respect, and much respect, and there's advantages to it, too. I'm not getting hollered at or anything. Like, I walk down the street in New York, I'm going to get hollered at by at least 5 different weirdos. You know, that just doesn't happen there, which is respectful. I don't have to worry about, you know, being, like, hurt. I didn't feel threatened, which was really nice. I felt invisible, but I didn't feel threatened. And yeah, it happened a few times, yeah, just people talking, my brother talking with a guy, and then like them just ignoring, and there's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, going back to the book. So my friend is writing 2 books. One is just on the people of Van in Turkey, not Iran, but Eastern Turkey. The second book is about the strength of the Israeli people and their resilience. But back to this, so he was in Van not too long ago, working on his book, and it was late at night, and it was dead of winter, and he's walking down the street, and he sees a blonde lady who looks kind of Eastern European, and she's dressed kind of like skimpy, like mini skirt type thing in the cold. So she was like, you know, she was a sex worker. We'll just, you know, assume. Regardless of what she did for a living, the girl slipped on black ice and fell on her back. And a group of dudes walked past and just walked around her as she laid on the ground trying to get up in pain. now that's where the invisibility to get scary. Like, I'm fine being invisible to men in another country. I can be free, but if I was to get injured or something, they wouldn't even want to like help lift me up in fear of touching me. I mean, it's just different cultures. It's just different cultures. Something to consider, though. Felt bad for that woman. And he didn't know if he should help her, too. He did, because he doesn't live there. He just helped her up. But damn, like, just... And that's what I love about travel, is observing those differences and how they're not, you know, it's not all black and white. It's not all good and bad. It's like there's so many different levels to how people behave around the world and what their expectations are and whatnot. It's interesting. I just wish I had been there so I could have just scooped her up, like, hey girl, go upon your merry way, take care of yourself. People be like that sometimes. I'm not surprised about anything anymore. I'm telling you, serious. That's really interesting that you say that, girl. That's really interesting. I legit had the exact same thought as I was driving home today. I was like, I feel like nothing shocks me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore with people's behaviors or their proclivities or their actions. Just doesn't surprise me. Or the way people think. Whereas in the past, it would really, like, I'd try to make sense of everything. It's just like sometimes there's no sense to be made out of it. It's just the way things are. It's how they are. But it's pretty fascinating, and I'm just so blessed and lucky to have had these experiences and been able to travel and see different cultures and have a brother who lives in the Middle East, and being European helps too. It helps with ease of travel for sure. But yeah, no, people, nothing's shocking these days. Excuse me. I'm getting a haircut, Ave. My hair is so long, girl. I mean, I'm keeping it long, but I think I want, excuse me. I think I want curtain bangs. Although the thing with curtain bangs is that they're so long, I constantly have to like oh no, I'm not cutting it short. I'm not cutting it short. I'm just getting like maybe like 3 inches off. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I just need it like smoothed out. I need some style to it. It just needs a little TLC. I love the way it is now. Oh, my hair. Yeah, no, it's actually looking all right today, but the past like couple weeks, past months, it's gotten really dry, and I don't know why. I think I need some kind of deep conditioning treatment or something. And I think just a nice little touch up will be cute. Turkey can be considered. Yeah, Turkey. Oh yeah, no, Turkey's both Europe and Middle East, which is so cool. I think it's the only city in the world that is 2 continents. It's on 2 continents. It's crazy. Or not 2 continents, but yeah, yeah, right? Europe and Asia. So, like, what? That's kind of more what it's about. Yeah, yeah. I just kind of want to switch up, just a little fresh. I mean, people always ask me like, "Oh my God, how did your hair? How is your hair so long?" I'm like, I don't cut it. Like, that's the thing. The myth is that your hair gets longer the more you trim it, but the truth is that everybody has a hair length, and some people's hair, like my brother's ex-girlfriend, she would get extensions because no matter how, even if she just didn't cut her hair for like a year, it would only go like this long. And then there's people that their hair can grow like all the way to their feet. But everyone has like a length that it goes to, and this is my length. Never gets longer than this. But this is very long. um, yeah, it's, wait, what's weird? What was I talking about? Oh, you have? I've never tried extensions. I've never tried them. Well, I guess I never needed them, but it would have been, well, it'd be cute for like color or something. It's nice at the beginning, but then it gets messy. Yeah. Wait, when you, with extensions? What I think is so weird, speaking of hair, and this is such a random thought, but what I think is so crazy about the human body is how, like, when we shave, it grows back. Like, how does it know? Because we only have like a certain, like, if one were to not shave their legs like ever, it, you know, like guys, the hair only grows to a certain length, right? It never gets like so long that you have to cut it or trim it. However, if you shave it, well, I guess it just must be some kind of sensory thing that the skin picks up. Like, oh, there's no hair here. We need to grow more. I said turkey being. Oh yeah. No, yeah. It is kind of weird. Being on two continents, one city, two country, or a country and a city in two continents. Um, but cool too. But it's got to be. It must. Well, I don't know if it would make things weird with like laws or anything, but very cool. Oh, now I'm thinking of Kennefe. I love Kennefe. Can't get Kennefe here. I have a ton of locum. Oh my god, I have like a year, I have like a lifetime supply of locum. I don't know how to tell my brother and my family, hi mom and dad, if you're watching this, I don't like locum. You're with me there. Okay. So, and some of it's not too sweet. Like some of it, I'll be honest, like the more the if it's not too sweet and it's more perfumed, like I like there's one I kind of like it's like rose kind of scented. I mean they have so many different types, but it's just it's a little too sweet. They're all too sweet for me. Um and I like Kennefe, but I can't have this like the icing on it. I just like it just regular. Um yeah, too sweet. Too sweet. So if anyone out there likes Turkish Delight, let me know. I'll mail you a ton of it because I've got so much. Oh my gosh. I'll have a locum giveaway. Ooh, that it does sound tasty with ice cream. Cause yeah, my brother and I went to a Canapé cafe and they didn't have ice cream. Not that I can, maybe they did and I just didn't know it. But and it was sad though, because I was like, oh yeah, I'd love it, but please no icing. And they were like, okay. And they brought it out with icing. And I didn't want to be rude, so I just ate it. But ice cream and canapé sounds hecka good. I wish I could, it might not be too hard to actually make canapé. It's like shredded wheat, right? It's like the consistency of shredded wheat cereal. With vanilla alongside of it makes canapé taste a little less sugary. Yeah. Oh, like just like raw like vanilla, like extract on the side. That sounds so good, girl. That sounds hella good. My favorite girl, you know what I miss? Benedict's. Benedict's 24-hour breakfast on Rothschild. I love, that's my favorite place. Yeah, that's my favorite place to eat in Tel Aviv. So good. Like it's almost I'm like thinking about you can tell I'm thinking about dinner. I'm just like ugh, so good. I really no no there I don't open that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start coloring my hair too. I'm not, I'm still gonna be a brunette, but your girl's got some grays coming in, and I normally just pluck them out, but it's not good for your hair. And I was thinking, I'm like, I would love navy blue hair, just like cover it in navy blue. It would just look black until I go in the sun, and then it would look blue, which would be very cool, I think. I don't know. All right, so I have been on for 2 hours now, which means you've seen one gray hair as well. Wait, tonight on me or on you? Girl, I get them. When I was your age, I'd find like one every once in a while, but now I'm 39. I mean, I have some friends that are my age that like had to start like coloring their hair at like 30. So I consider myself a little lucky. But it's all in the back, like these little like patches of gray hair. I have like one back here, one right here, one in the front, and I get obsessive and I just pluck at them all. And I'm like, girl, like, no. I know I have enough hair to spare, but I should probably just dye it. I don't know. Have fun with it. Yeah, I used to dye my hair hella fun colors. I can only bleach it so much because it's so dark. So I would do it in streaks, and I would do it like blue and pink and purple. It was fun. So we are doing a last call for all donations tonight. If you have a question, please let me know. In regards to tomorrow, I look for them under sunlight to see they're not there. Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I go right into the sun. I go right under I put like my vanity light on, and then I'm just like, oh my God, I did not know that was there. And why didn't anyone tell me? Well, of course, like when I see gray hair on someone, unless it's someone who's a really good friend of mine, I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I pluck that for you? But I honestly like wish someone would do that for me. Like, hey, you've got a gray hair. My mom does. She claims she doesn't see my gray hairs. Um, my hairdresser, not the one I'm going to on Tuesday, but back in the day, I was talking to him about how lucky I was to not have gray hair, and he was like, mm-hmm. I was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah. I'm like, you're telling me I do have gray hair. He's like, you just don't see it, but it's underneath like your hair, but it's underneath, so you can't see it on top. But yeah, you do have gray hair. I was like, thanks, man. Like, first of all, I wish he had told me sooner, and he could have, like, gotten more work out of me. Like, could have colored my hair, or just like do me a solid and tell me like, hey, girl, there's some grays. If you can take care of it, or I can take care of it. But yeah, right? Like, I don't know. So I guess some women would rather not be told, but if it's your hairstylist, that's the one person you do want to tell you. I don't know. That's how I feel. Yeah, I'm going to a new person on Tuesday. It's a guy. He has a Jewish name, so I figured he'd be good. He works at one of my favorite salons. I've been to the salon, and it's a really cool salon in the Haight, and they do a really good job. They're really good at just finding a good cut for your face and your bone structure. So yeah, I should maybe find some reviews on him too. But I'm sure he's great. To work at that salon, you've got to be good. Last call, everybody. If you have a question tonight, now would be the time to ask. Yeah, in regards to tomorrow, my plans are a little wonky. If I am going out tomorrow, it'll be in the evening. And if that's the case, I'll be on in the afternoon. If I'm not going out tomorrow, I'll be on in the evening. So that's how the cookie crumbles. It's good that you take care of yourself. I need more self-care as well. So you're in good. Oh, thank you. I try to take care of myself, but I mean, it's been so long since I've had a haircut. Literally, I think it's been like 2 years. I'm not even joking. It's been so long. I just let it grow because I've just liked how my hair has looked. But yeah, long time coming. Yeah. It's expensive taking care of yourself. My goodness, being a lady, not cheap. All right, so with that, I'm going to call it a wonderful, wonderful night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Ave, much love and light to you, sister. Thank you so much for coming in and chatting with me tonight. And Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, no, not cheap at all, especially if you want, the good stuff. Yeah. People really don't recognize that. I don't think men like realize that. I mean, I'm sure some do, but hugs to you too, girl. Much, much love and light. Thank you all so much. I don't know what I'm eating for dinner, but I'm gonna nosh on something. And yeah, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. All right. Bye.